Celtic Myths and Legends by T.W. Rolleston, Chapter 6, Tales of the Ossianic Cycle, The Death of Oscar. The flight was outrunts, and the slaughter on both sides tremendous. None but old men and boys, it is said, were left in Erin after that fight. The Fianna were in the end almost entirely exterminated, and Oscar slain. He and the King of Ireland, Cairbre, met in single combat, and each of them slew the other, while Oscar was still breathing, though there was not a palm's breadth on his body without a wound. His father found him. I found my own son lying down on his left elbow, his shield by his side. His right hand clutched the sword. The blood poured through his mail. Oscar gazed up at me. Woe to me was that sight. He stretched out his two arms to me, endeavoring to rise to meet me. I grasped the hand of my son and sat down by his left side, and since I sat by him there, I have recked not of the world. When Finn, in the Scottish version, comes to bewail his grandson, he cries, "Woe, that it was not I who fell in the fight of the bare sunny Gavra." Oh, how's that pronounced again? Gavra. Okay. Woe that it was not I who fell in the fight of bare sunny Gavra, and you were east and west, marching before the Fians, Oscar. But Oscar replies, "Were it you that fell in the fight of the bare sunny Gavra, one sigh, east or west, would not be heard for you from Oscar. No man ever knew a heart of flesh was in my breast, but a heart of the twisted horn, and a sheath of steel over it, but the howling of dogs beside me, and the wail of old heroes, and the weeping of the women by turns. 'Tis that vexes my heart." Oscar dies after thanking what he considers to be the gods for his father's safety, and Uiscin and Kilta raise him on a bier of spears and carry him off under his banner, the terrible sheaf, for burial on the field where he died, and where a great green burial mound is still associated with his name. Finn takes no part in the battle. He is said to have come in a ship to view the field afterwards, and he wept over Oscar, a thing he had never done save once before, for his hound Bran, whom he himself killed by accident. Possibly the reference to the ship is an indication that he had by this time passed away, and came to revisit the earth from the oversea kingdom of death. There is, in this, a tale of the Battle of Gavra, a melancholy grandeur which gives it a place apart in the Ossianic literature. It is a fitting dirge for a great legendary epoch. Campbell tells us that the Scottish crofters and shepherds were wont to put off their bonnets when they recited it. He adds a strange and thrilling piece of modern folklore bearing on it. Two men, it is said, were out at night, probably sheep stealing, or on some other predatory occupation, and telling Fionn tales as they went, when they observed two giant and shadowy figures talking to each other across the glen. One of the apparitions said to the other, "Do you see that man down below? I was the second doorpost of battle on the day of Gabra. And that man there knows all about it better than myself. And yeah, when you have an extra sound, Gabhra, so a buh, instead of a buh. Wouldn't expect it to be pronounced that way if they didn't tell me.